Hello everyone, and willkommen. My family and I lived in beautiful Denmark for 5 years as expats, and I'm going to share with you my top 5 Danish money management tips, which if implemented, will make your bank balance grow like a tourist waistline in a Danish pastry shop. My family and I moved to Denmark in 2016. We left in 2022, but it has left a lasting impression on us. And even though it's in a country one of the highest personal tax rates in the world, we learned why it is consistently in the top 3 happiest countries in the world. And that's why I'm sharing these top money tips that I learned from my time in Denmark, so you can experience the best of Denmark and maybe even get a little bit richer in the process. Here's some Hygge hacks, clever ways to manage your money, and a few personal stories and surprises along the way. So here's my first tip. Embrace Hygge on a budget. One thing you'll come across in Denmark is Hygge. It's an amazing concept that it's all about having that feeling or environment that's cozy and comforting and enjoying the small but important things in life. With warm blankets, good company, candlelight. And the best part, Hygge doesn't have to cost a fortune. Instead of expensive restaurants, Danes love to picnic in the park, have free museums and go to them, have cozy nights in with friends or family. For me, Hygge was really brought to life in the colder months, all wrapped up and walking in the woods with my family and coming home to hot chocolate and maybe some able skewer at Christmas, or maybe a Danish pastry with a coffee at breakfast. So do like the Danes do and ditch the expensive dinners and embrace Hygge lifestyle and enjoy the simple pleasures in life. So pronunciation alert. Tip 2, pack your Madpakke. I worked for a big bank in Copenhagen, and while I was initially going out for expensive takeouts, many of my colleagues bought their own lunch called a Madpakke. For them, it's not just about saving money, it's about eating healthy and reducing waste. A typical Madpakke might include rye bread with cheese, some fruit, and maybe a few cookies. Often I would see them tucking into a tempting smørrebrød, which means bread and butter, but in Denmark is an institution and far more than just bread and butter. And I was always a little amazed by the variety of toppings on them, how much they could fit on an open sandwich. And with the cost of takeout food in Denmark, they will have saved a massive amount. So why not, like the Danes, choose to eat healthier, waste less, and come armed with your own Madpakke. My third tip is to embrace cycling. For the 5 years that we lived in Denmark, we didn't own a car. We left the old beast back in the UK and embraced the cycling lifestyle. There are around 4.5 million bikes in Denmark, almost one for every person. And you may wonder how we managed to get around. Well, the Danes have such a good infrastructure which prioritises pedestrians and cyclists over motorcars. It's quite a breeze. There are about 6,800 miles of cycle paths, which actually on a straight line would take you from Copenhagen all the way through to Hawaii, crossing the Atlantic and North America. Taking Annabelle to school, shopping for groceries, heading into the city, all were done on our bikes, along with the trusty trailer. And if you needed a car, for any reason, there was an electric cars that you could hire by the hour through an app, or would use the pretty extensive and somewhat excellent public transport. So the Danes and I would say, ditch the expensive cars and embrace the 2 wheels. Plus, it's great exercise. You'll save on money, get fit, and experience the place like you've never seen it before. My 4th tip is to prioritize sustainability. The Danes are all about sustainability. They are in the top 10 OECD countries in terms of renewable energy, and considering they have nowhere near the same amount of natural resources, geothermal or hydro, like Iceland, Norway or New Zealand. This is really impressive. I remember one of the most amazing trips that my daughter took was to go with a friend to a dry ski slope. Now, that doesn't sound that unusual, but this ski slope sat on the top of Copenhagen, which is a clean energy plant that converts the rubbish from the city of Copenhagen into renewable and renewed electricity. Talk about refurb and reuse. You see, the Danes love to buy second-hand clothes, bikes, toys, you name it. If not, they will refurb or gift instead of throwing them away, if they can. So they invest in quality items that last. When walking down the street, people would leave unwanted but usable items for people to reclaim. My partner managed to bag a wonderful Barbie house for my daughter, which was left outside a house which she enjoyed for years. This way of thinking and acting not only saves money, but also helps the planet. So next time you need something, consider buying it used or finding a way to fix it yourself. Your wallet and the environment will thank you. My fifth tip is Janteloven. This is a Danish and Norwegian concept. It came from a satirical novel and it promotes humility and equality in the Danish society. Though not taken literally, it encourages the Danes to be modest about their achievements and treat everyone with respect regardless of their status. And you can see the importance of equality in everyday life when living there. You're unlikely to find a Dane flaunting their wealth. It's seen as quite poor manners, and there's little need in Denmark to keep up with the Joneses or Jensens. The Danes are very aware of themselves and are not easily swayed by the latest flashy and often short-lived trends. So be humble like the Danes, do not try to keep up with the fads or with the neighbours, and remember Janteloven. So there you have it, my top money tips from living 5 years in Denmark. By embracing Hygge, packing your move bag, and prioritising sustainability and cycling everywhere, and remembering Janteloven, you can experience what the Danes do, which is part of what makes them so happy, fulfilled, and have a rich life. It's not only the Danish pastries after all. If you want to know a little bit more about investing and finance, then I've done a series with my daughter around investing for children, for junior ISAs, investing in premium bonds, again, mix between her investment and my investment, and also how to deal with allocation of pocket money and encourage savings in young children. So if you're interested, those are available and you can see them just here or here. You'd like to hear if you've got any views on these 5 tips in the comments. Please subscribe and click on the notification bell to be advised next time a video is released. Have a good day.